So the other day, my husband avoided a major accident. Like one of those moments where like your heart is going up in your chest and it was frightening. So we're on our way to Boston airport because we were in Massachusetts over Christmas. And it's like 3:30 in the morning. So and it was dark, right? Dark. We're going in the high speed lane. I started bitching at him, honestly. I was like, you're smart. And I was being like that. But then like 2 seconds later, um, in front of us was a dark burgundy car, no lights on, to a full stop, no hazards, nothing. Complete stop in the high speed lane. Then there was about 5 cars that had just crashed into that car because you can't see it. We had to get right up to it to see it. And then these accidents were so fresh that the one of the windshields had been taken out and was still going like this in the street. So what people had done was they either crashed in it or like they tried to avoid it and swerved. So my husband, being a genius, and it's just like, of course, I was bitching at him right before he like literally saved our asses, stopped just in time and didn't swerve, because if we swerved, we would have been part of the 5-car pileup. And we were so close to hitting them. We were in a rent-a-car. It would have, oh my gosh, it was just, yeah. So the first thing that I thought was, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Like, that was a God moment for me. To me, that is a God moment. And almost every time I get in the car, I ask God, protect and bless this ride. When my daughter and my husband leave, bless and protect their ride home. Make sure they make it home safely. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And to me, that was a God moment. It was a miracle moment. So here's what I would like to talk about today is like, sorry about my email. Are miracles real? Sorry, I'm just going to turn off my email. Are miracles legit? Or is mixed / is God and intervention legit? Angel intervention legit? Or is it, or some people might just bring it down to like, he's just a really good driver and that was, you're lucky, right? You're lucky. You didn't manifest a miracle. You're lucky. This is what I want to also talk about. So this is what I want to talk about here. It's like, are miracles legit? And one other quick story is when I was 15 years old, I tried to take my own life and I was dead serious about doing it. I took a bunch of pills, like 3 bottles of pills, and drank it down with alcohol. And I went and sat in front of the TV. I was living with my grandmother at the time. I had a boyfriend, and that's it. Like, I had no one in my life, like no one. It was really the worst year of my life, the most difficult year of my life by far. So I was just done. And I was like, okay. And so I took all these pills, drank the alcohol, and then sat in front of the TV watching like Family Feud, I remember, and waiting for something to happen. And I started to get really tired. So I was going to go lie down. And if I had gone into my bed, I would have never woken up. The phone rang. It was back then when they had like, before cell phones, it was like the cord phone. The phone rang, was a green cord phone. And it was my grandmother's housekeeper, who she and I had become friends. Like, we were like my big friends. And she was just like intuitively calling to see how I was doing. Just complete God moment. To me, that's a God moment. And I was really out of it. So I just told her what I did. It just came out. And the next thing I know, the ambulance was there. I was, in the hospital. I was in the hospital for a while. I almost died. So that was, to me, that was God calling on that phone through Francis. That was God. God saved me. I know it. So, or I'm just going to play devil's advocate. Was that God saving me, or was that just luck that Francis happened to call at that exact time? And I truly believe, and I always say this because I want to be very careful when you listen to people who make videos like this, like I do, and that are leaders or influencers. Make sure you resonate with their message. You may not, and you may not resonate with some of what they say, but not all of what they say. So I speak to you from my heart, but I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles, and intervention from higher light beings like angels and my guides of the highest light and the highest resonance, God, him, her itself, has saved me more times than I can remember. And the more I stay connected to God and pray, God, keep us safe during this ride. Thank you, God, for bringing me home safely. That I feel like it's a currency that adds up, right? Not that God's going to drop you if you never pray or you never say things like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is it's like an energetic buildup in currency, and that gratitude. The universe hears you. God hears you, and I don't know if it's true. This is my own belief, but I believe the more currency you build up, the more of a chance of a miracle. Let's say you woke up every day and you said, thank you, God, for you needed $10,000 to put a roof on your house or something like that, or $10,000 to save someone's life. Let's just say that, or to save your own life for a medical procedure. And you woke up every day. Thank you, God, for giving me $10,000 with ease. Thank you, God. You don't know how it's going to get to you. You don't know where it's going to come from. But every day you're thanking God. Every day, or your God of your understanding, your guides, whatever higher power you are in relationship with. Thank you, universe, for that $10,000. Thank you so much. You know what will happen? Most likely, I could probably bet, eventually, you may not know when or where or how it'll come from. You will create that. You will create that, especially if you're in action around it. Thank you, God, for the $10,000. And then you're doing your research. You're reaching out to people. You will create it. Right? You may not create it if you sat on your couch all day long, 24/7, didn't say anything and didn't take action, because God loved the universe and God love action. So my message is, bring in the miracles in your life. You're not alone. You're not alone. And when we are open and we're paying attention and we're in gratitude, absolutely miracles can happen. 100%. And I would love to hear a miracle that happened in your life. I would love to hear it. Write me a reply to this email and share a moment when you had that divine intervention or a miracle happened and you just didn't think, like, you knew in that moment that you were being supported by your higher power. I want to hear. So I would love, please respond to this email and share your story with me. It would be an honor. And let's continue to make miracles in 2024. When we're available, they're there. And let me say this on the side note, P.S. public service announcement. If my husband had been texting or, looking at the radio, or, the screen, that accident would have happened. So PSA, don't text and drive. I see it all the time. People are like, I don't even know where my phone is. They're like, I've seen people like this driving. 3 seconds like this is a lifetime. Like, seriously, he would have crashed. But that's my public service announcement. But I want to hear your miracle. I want to hear your miracle, because I know that you have one. Even if you have to dig deep, I want to hear your miracle. Stay in gratitude. And I promise you, 2024, you may not feel it today, you may not feel it tomorrow, but your currency of gratitude and prayer will add up. All right. I love you. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next one.